Greetings, everyone. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey guys, there's this movie, Godfather. This line in this movie, Godfather 3, where the son of the Godfather, Michael Corleone, makes this statement. Yes, and he says, "Every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in." You know, that particular quote comes to mind this morning in reference to trying to believe in a legal system that just for whatever reason cannot ever conduct themselves in a manner with any kind of credibility. I mean, every time I want to believe you, but I can't believe you again because I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. Now, CNN, not that I'm a CNN fan, and they do fake news. I'm gonna say that up front, but CNN is reporting that LW, the killer, one of the supposedly accused killers of Jazmine Barnes, uh, has not been charged with anything. Now, if you remember, there were two supposedly black men who were arrested yesterday. Okay? One of them, they went by the initial of LW, and then another, I think it's Kenneth Black Jr., something like that. Now, I saw the Kenneth Black Jr. guy this morning on the news. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to look in that guy's eyes and see that that guy has some serious mental issues. And the reason I bring that up is the fact that, it would not be the first time that the police departments around America have accused innocent, mentally impaired black men with crimes that they had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with. And I know some of the trolls out here are gonna say, "Well, you're only saying that because you found out that they were black." Well, first of all, it hadn't been proven that they were black. It's interesting that whenever a black person is arrested, he's tried and convicted and executed before any of the court processes go in place. But when it's someone that's non-black, well, we got to wait it out. He got to be tried, and we got to get all the facts. The investigation has to be completed. Remember Amber, I think Phillips, the lady who killed Bolton Jean. I mean, we're still trying to figure out what they're going to do with her. And that's almost a year now, 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago. So you were patient with them, but now you want to rush to judgment because you just want so bad for this to be black on black. I get you. I understand you. And I don't give a damn about what you think. Okay, let me be clear with that. Going on. So you've got the one guy looks like he's mentally ill. You can look there and see the guy is almost lost in space, who they claiming, they stopped because of a traffic signal violation. So this guy didn't turn his blinker on, and somehow or another he gets stopped by the police, and before you know it, he's confessing, to a crime. And his partner who's with him, because now all of a sudden there are two people, when the mother and the daughter said it was one white male, okay? But somehow or another, one white male from eyewitnesses turned into two black males because of supposed confessions, okay? We're gonna have to work that one out. Oceanfront property in Arizona for sale real cheap. You remember that one. But here's the other rationale that's being given here. It was a case of mistaken identity. So you're trying to convince intelligent. Okay, you're trying to convince me. I'm going to leave the intelligent part because I'm sure some of you probably got your different opinions, okay? Practical. I'm going to say that. So you're trying to tell practically minded people that in a gang style drive-by shooting that they just run up on any car and just fire into that car. So that nobody takes and scope out, the car. No one goes out and scopes who's in the car. No one takes in consideration if it's a female and three little girls getting in the car, so they know that the car they're going to shoot up is, fits not only, because they don't shoot up cars, okay, by the way. Gangsters, when they're going out and drive-by shooting, the car is not the target. It's the people in the car. So you can believe that in situations like that, it would almost take insane men to just go shoot up any car just because there are people in the car. And you're trying to say, or trying to convince us that that's some type of drive-by shooting. Okay? So in other words, it's a case of mistaken identity because they thought the woman and her 3 children were gang members? See, that's how disrespectful some of you guys are. A black woman with 3 little kids, and you guys are comfortable with that rationale, that she must have been mistaken as a gangster. And her 3 little girls as co-conspirators or I guess a part of her clique. Yeah, the 6-year-old and 7-year-old. They're part of the gangster clique. If it let some of you guys tell it. Now again, I'm certain at some point when this truth comes out, it's gonna be interesting to see what some of you guys have to say. But based off of what I'm hearing and based off of what I've seen and the rationale about it, it reminds me again of the Central Park 5. Remember the Central Park 5? These guys who were wilding out in New York in Central Park, and they got thrown in jail, kids, 13, 14, I don't know their ages, but they were teenagers, young people, who got thrown in prison for attacking this white woman in Central Park and spent years in prison. Even Donald Trump sent a letter saying they ought to be executed for the crime. Called them vicious animals. Go back, do your own research. Only the years later to find out these kids had nothing to do with it. So you trolls out here, what do you have to say about that? Just tell me, what do you have to say about that? Yeah, the Central Park 5. What do you have to say about that? When you found out that these guys were exonerated, did you come out there and say, you know what? The crooks, the cops are a bunch of crooks, and you know what? We should have never believed them in the first place because they made this stuff up and blamed this on these young black men just because of the color of their skin, and they were looking for somebody to pin it on? Did you say that? If you didn't say that, then shut your mouth. You don't have any credibility. If you didn't say that, you don't have any credibility. If you didn't say it then, you have no credibility now. I don't want to hear your black kill black foolishness or what you're going to do about it because black kill black people. If a black man commits murder, his ass ought to go to jail, and if that state has the death penalty, kill him. But your white skin is no exemption from that rule either, and time has indicated that it has been. Sorry. You know it's the truth, and I know it's the truth. Things that black men get the death sentence, so-called black men get the death sentence, or white men have committed the same crimes and have not received the death sentence. In many instances, not just a few. So let's be clear on that fact. So if you want to have a debate about, black killing blacks and what I have to say about it, I'm not going to debate you on something that's elementary. Obviously, you're not sophisticated enough to have that debate because you wouldn't even make those kind of stupid comments. Black kill blacks, white kill whites. You heard me say it before. Go back and check your facts. People kill people who they live around, who they associate with. Whenever a woman or someone is killed in the family, the first person they'll go, if she's married, they go ask her husband, go check her husband. He's the first suspect or she's the first suspect. One more time, 87% of whites kill whites. 87%. 90% of blacks kill blacks. In essence, it's the same number, minus 3%. So if you're in a room with 10 people, 8.5 of those people who are white gonna kill white, 9 of those people in that room gonna kill somebody black. So white folk, you're safe around us, and black folks, we're safe around white folk, if the numbers told the truth. So let's get off of that silliness. But at the end of the day, I'm not buying this. These 2 black guys somehow or another went from a white man with a beard to a white man with no beard to 2 black men. Random shooting, just picked a car, by mistaken identity with a woman and 3 children in there and thought those were their gang adversaries. And you want me to buy that. Not me. You buy it. You buy it. I'm not buying it. And I suspect most people with common sense, regardless of your ethnicity, would agree with me or would agree with not buying that. We'll see. Thank you for listening. That's my update on Jazmine Barnes. Have a good day. Bye now.